there is this idea, Python 3 is already gaining popularity and the freeze is over, so we can start adding new features to Python, like in the old days. So we could, for example, we could have import decorators. So you know what decorator syntax does, right? You have some function, you add that function in front of a function or a class, and that makes it apply that function to that function or class and decorate it in some way or wrap. Okay, like a real wrapper. Okay, so you can, it basically applies that function to that object you are applying it to. Pretty obvious. So a common use, for example, if you are familiar with the Flask web framework, you can have a root decorator that adds a route for your view, or you can have some, I don't know, require login that makes all your views require logging in before you display them, like that. So that's a common use of this pattern. But what if you move your views to a different module, and then you need to do something like this, which doesn't really look very, very nice and doesn't use the decorator syntax. You just apply it directly, right? That doesn't quite look right. You this thing a lot in Django with the generic views, for example. So why not introduce into Python a import decorator? So you can decorate your imports just like this. How would it work? Basically, it would import the thing like normal and then call the decorator on that thing and replace that thing with whatever return it, like with normal decorators. There are many more possibilities. You could extend your import mechanism with. So for example, you could have some custom import error handling, like importing some different library if that one that you tried to import is not available, or lazy import that just imports the stuff when you try to use it, like Mercurial does, for example, or fallbacks and stuff like that. Why we don't really want to do that? So there is really little advantage. You can't really do everything that you would do with this using normal syntax, and it doesn't really look that bad. What it does is actually a little bit hard to explain, so maybe it's not such a good idea, according to XenoPython. As you saw, it's not really clear how you would achieve those other possibilities. And, well, I'm sure people would find creative ways to abuse this mechanism to write unreadable code. So maybe it's not such a good idea after all, but maybe it's worth to discuss it. So here we go. Thank you.